Heyes, and welcome back to the MMO Fix podcast. Got some more news for you today. We have Throne and Liberty's dungeon crawl through. Now, this clip is a little bit old, not really, more like only a month old, and most people didn't see it because it was buried inside a director's preview, which was in a different language. Anyways, I took the clip out, and the reason why I am intrigued by their dungeons, the Throne and Liberty new dungeons, is because they are not instanced. And the only thing I can remember that was done well like that was EverQuest and EverQuest 2, where you actually had to camp mobs, you had spawn retimers. Like, it actually fucking meant something when you got the mob you wanted, because it was a pain in the ass to get the mob. I like that. I like the rewarding feeling of, having to try to get something against other players. That's the difficulty level. Now, instancing in dungeons has been around for a while. World of Warcraft is basically the first one to do it on the level that they did, and people got so accustomed to that that's just basically what they expect now, is an instance dungeon that's just created for their group. You don't have anybody competing with you for mobs. Well, not in Throne and Liberty. And I'm going to say I am fucking down for that. Let the games begin. We used to camp in front of dungeons and just fucking smoke people on their way in. Wouldn't even let them in the dungeon. And would also just kind of, this was back in EverQuest and EverQuest 2 days when we still had player versus player in those games. But another trick that you could do, and I'm pretty sure that's going to happen in this, you basically just wait for them to tag the mob. Let them get deeply invested, bring down the big boss to about 50%, and then you fucking jump them with your whole raid. So then you wipe them and the mob's already at 50%. There you go. So this type of gameplay isn't going to be for everybody. It's going to be a little bit aggressive in some manners. Some people are going to be like, fuck that, that's not for me. Old school MMO OGs like myself, and there's quite a few of us around that come from the EverQuest lineage. This is going to be fucking great. I put a clip at the end of this video that runs out, and it's the new trailer for EverQuest 2. I just want to show you the quality of EverQuest 2 in 2023 is absolute fucking garbage. It's terrible. So to have something highly polished, done brand new for us, with some old elements that we've been missing forever, yeah, you goddamn right I'm fucking excited. This might come out great. So, yeah, if I get some more information for you guys, I'll post it later on this week or as I get it. But I just thought it would be cool to just have a small little discussion about the fact that we're getting EverQuest-style dungeons. So, golf clap to Throne and Liberty and NCSoft. Let's see if Amazon can publish this thing and do us all a service. And maybe we have a good game again to play that feels competitive in PvE and PvP. See, because when you do competitive dungeons like that, that makes the PvE players, now they've got to fucking sweat for it. There's no more just sign up for your raid at 8 o'clock and you be there and the mob's just happily fucking waiting for you. No more of that shit. Only the guilds that are actively trying to get those mobs will succeed in those kills. It's going to feel way more rewarding, and yeah, it will be hardcore, but most of us are fucking yearning for something like that. Like, Guild Wars 2 is like a hand holder. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying you could literally play Guild Wars 2 from start to finish and never fucking die if you really wanted to. You could play on permadeath and just never fucking die in Guild Wars 2. I will bet you that if you've never made an EverQuest tune and you made one, and you got out into the world, you wouldn't last more than 24 hours fucking playing before you at least got schooled a couple times. And you gotta run back and get your corpse in EverQuest. It ain't no shit where you just respawn magically. So anyways, yeah, back to some old school mechanics. I'm excited. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to run that dungeon clip a second time at the end of the video just to give you another taste and so you can see how good it is compared to this EverQuest 2 shit. And I'm using EverQuest 2 because they actually had an open world where you could go in and the dungeons weren't instanced. We fought for this shit. And on that note, have a great day, guys.